Selamat welcome. Today we're piloting our Aurora deck that we created before. Be sure to check the description down below for the deck list. And today we're playing against a hero that got her cards banned, which is Prism. She got tome banned, but against an aggro hero with no poppers, I think she still has a ton of game. And her only auto loss in this meta is Enigma, which surely is going to be kind of prevalent, but into many other heroes, she's still very, very real. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. This is a matchup I haven't actually played a lot of, since a lot of people just seem to avoid heroes that got hit with the ban hammer. Now we're fighting one, and an adept one at that. This is Joffrey Benawar, or known as President of Flesh and Blood Indonesia. He's the one who kept the game alive during its struggling era, and he's been a Runeblade and Illusionist main since forever. So let's see how my Aurora deck that you can find in the Deck Tech 4 and my other videos, let's see how it can hold up for this matchup. Let's see. Let's think whether we want to combo or not. We can bounce aura tokens, which are spectral shields. Then that's it, probably. I mean, they have courage and whatnot, but they usually are able to consume courage and ponder during their turn immediately. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to change anything. Face Purgatory seems it'll be really good because they have high power attacks, so we want to lean on that and extract maximum value. We might want to switch to Dyadic because we might need the extra block value to raise their angels. But yeah, let's see how we fare without poppers. We're put first. This is a good way to push damage because they don't usually overblock this by a lot. Sometimes they only block 3, so we get to keep the if they block for 3, we're going to press it and push 4 damage, which with her low life total makes a ton of sense to do damage when we can. Ooh, they're blocking out Exacxes, so our lightning press is only 3 value here. And they're pitching their Figment. Oh yeah, a neat thing is you can use lightning press as a pseudo popper with a 3+ power attack, and then you press it, it becomes a popper. It's a trick that Lexi used to use when she was still around. Let's see, do we want to swing weapon? I mean, when we've committed to take cards from their hand, it's better to take most of it. So if they have 2 cards they really want to keep, they have to donate 1. Pushing only half-seas means they get to keep their best cards. For example, this Herald of Erudition, it's probably a card that they want to keep. So if you're going first, my general consensus is take out as many cards as possible from their hand while keeping an arsenal, or don't attack at all, because if you're only attacking for a bit, then they're doing the filtering really well. So yep, we're going to create an embodiment and have our attack ready for next turn. But we pushed a nice 3 damage, set up embodiment for next turn. So it's pretty decent, and we have 2 attacks to pair up with our EMS, which means it's a good 5 block card. Please whiff. They hit. Yeah, Light of Soul is one of the ways that Prism can high roll sort of and get cards into Soul without needing to hit. So that kind of sucks for us. Let's see whether we want to like take this. Which figment they got? They got erudition, so they're probably not gonna flip it right away. But if this hits, then they might get a lesser figment and flip that instead. But we do have the non-attack in hand, so we can actually do the face purgatory right now. Block for Exaxes, extract a card from their hand and draw a card back, deny the soul, deny the spectral shields. Feel like this is worth doing. Even though it's kind of early, you really don't want to let the Prism establish her soul and figment states. You want to keep them low while you can, while still maintaining offensive pressure. And with Face Purgatory drawing us a card back, it really helps us to push and do damage, especially if the cards they're holding is like Herald and the card to pitch for the Herald, then they're basically locked into arsenaling. Oh, interesting, they might get the... What will they get? Okay, LS goes to soul. They awakened their thing. We get a sizzle back. So yeah, they're utilizing... Oh yeah, for them to flip. Wait, what just happened again? They used Halo. Oh, they put a non-herald card into soul, so they can attack with the erudition while still having a soul to draw too. That's a neat little trick, but they already popped their headpiece and they put ALS into the soul, so it's one less thing that we need to worry about. Taking the hit from Soraya is okay since it's vanilla damage basically. There's no on hits here. The draw effect is on attack, and it does not prompt them to get a figment from the deck or goes into soul or whatever. Okay, we kind of have to block this out. Thankfully, we have good fridge from the Rune Blade class, so we can deny them the draw 2 from the erudition. So that's 2 eruditions down already. And their angel is there as well. I like attacking face here. And we are going to show the flittering. We don't want to show the electromagnetic shockwave because this deals 1 arcane first. So if they want to keep their angel, they have to pitch it to extract the 4 value from it. But if they let Soraya die, that's basically their draw engine basically gone. Ooh, they get to play a soul shield off of it. Nice. Okay, again, I really don't like attacking the angel directly unless you have an on hit like Snatch, because if their arsenal is something like, I forgot what it's called, but it gives attacking action cards -1. So you're only attacking the angel for 3. It survives at 1 life. Then that's really, really bad for you. They got to keep their angel and lost nothing, basically. So we're gonna get our flitter back. They're extracting their Soraya value here, I assume, which is great. We just want Soraya to be gone. Another soul shield. All they have left is their arsenal. So unless their arsenal is a sync below. Now in this case, we can attack the angel directly since now there's no threat of them playing out the -1 thingamabob. Yep. Their hand is empty as well, and we managed to clear their board. Their soul is only at 2. We still have a bit of fridge left, so we're not in the worst state right now. We can actually just use this to push 10. If I pitch this into our lightning greaves, we can do 12, but there goes our shoes. Or we can push 10 and have Garnet Flash back in our arsenal. Yeah, doing 2 less damage but having a 4 power attack that we can recur in our arsenal seems a lot better. So we're going to play this, and we're going to say no to the Garnet Flash trigger since we want it to return with the EMS trigger, which we need to play before resolution. I mean, we can play it later at resolution, and no, we can't do that because we want to use lightning presses, and if the Garnet Flash has already seen us playing lightning press here, it won't trigger again when we play the EMS during resolution to pick itself back up, since it only triggers on the first instant card you play this chain link. So you need to play the EMS during reactions, basically before damage. And now you can press and press, and the Garnet Flash will return back to our hand and tuck neatly right in our arsenal. Them not blocking whatsoever is kind of scary, and it's kind of sad that our hand did not push more damage or set up better, but c'est la vie. They're going to have another Herald after this, and there are a few with on hits that we want to avoid, so taking the 7 vanilla seems correct. This is a hand where we might actually utilize blink, so Garnet Flash, pop shoes, blink. We have 2 action points. Then we can second strike and snatch. If they do not block the Garnet Flash, we can skip the shoe popping. This is us hoping that they don't have Arc Light. I mean, if they have Arc Light, it's not the end of the world as well, since blink gives an action point directly. So after using blink, you can like Starfall into the ALS and then go about your merry way with the rest of your turn. Again, another 7. This is basically vanilla. Herald of Triumph and Herald of Ravages has basically the same in this matchup because we're not running poppers. If we were running 6 power poppers, then the Herald of Triumph would be scary to see, which is one of the reasons I feel like just being lower on blues and not running poppers whatsoever is fine, because when your popper lines up with a double Herald of Triumph turn, or like they can pop their headpiece. They can pop their headpiece to do shenanigans and like reduce the attack power of your card so it doesn't pop. That's also a thing because 6 power attack is right there on the edge. If they give it -1 and it becomes 5, it will not pop the thing. So since they have this and this, there's no way our Garnet Flash is going to deal damage, so our second strike is not guaranteed. So we're going to pop our shoes and get 2 action point. Oh, sorry, we don't want to pitch that. We want to pitch the blue. and then play blink, return Giaf. The blink itself has go again from the shoes, and it gives 1 action point. So when it resolves, we basically get 2 action points, which in this state, I think we start with the Snatch, or we can start with the Giaf. Giaf, if it hits, we can second strike Snatch. If the Giaf is blocked, we can weapon swing and Snatch. If we do this, there's no way our second strike is going to be turned on. Well, if we attack with Gun and Flash, there's a chance that they want to be greedy and keep their hand. So them taking damage means our second strike will be online, like so, hopefully. Which means we can save Snatch for the end. Ooh, Herald of Triumph is annoying. Oh, it's Figment of Triumph. They're hard casting a Figment, which is great news for us. Their hand is a bunch of blues, but now this means our attacks are not coming in for as much. Yeah, I'm probably gonna keep the Snatch and just end on the second strike, unless they block. No, even if they block, our Snatch is 3 power due to the Figment. So yeah, I feel like arsenaling and creating an embodiment will be better value for when the Figment effect is no longer online. And with 1 carded hand, it's very rarely that she can like do stuff. Oh wait. We can Snatch into that, but it'll eat up our embodiment. So yeah, I think on their turn, they're probably either gonna Arsenal or swing with Victoria. Oh wait, if they swing with Victoria, that's also bad. Let's undo. So I guess we send it. Although it won't kill the thing, it would still count the hit, which means we get to draw a card. Yeah, so yeah, this is worse, I feel, but I mean, they're gonna be just passing their turn, and without Victoria on the board, our breakpoints are going to be breakpoints. Okay, we can start off with Rabble instead of Arc Lightning. It's 1 less damage, but it means we can cheat out our CLV. Rabble is a card a lot of people don't like to defend since it's vanilla damage. Ooh, nice. We get the CLV trigger. Now we get swing with weapon into Snatch, which is not the highest damage line that we could be taking. Ooh, and they're trying to keep everything. Okay, they're blocking with an excess card in hand. If we draw something better, we can use this to pitch for embodiment. Now we have CLV and we have Static Shock in our arsenal. So this is the perfect 5-card hand: CLV, embodiment, and arsenal, and a bunch of attacks. again, I don't see, like, their worst damage wise is going 747, which is 18 damage. We are at 22, which means 18 damage does not kill us. And we can, no. Oh yeah, it can be 767 with a Figment of Ravages. That would be 20, which is still not lethal. And we can block with our Dyadic Carapace to extract another 2 life out of it. We want to do that this turn because we can extract the block value next turn. Archangel of Protection, giving them basically an extra 2 points of life via the Spectral Shield, so they're at 11. And this is coming in for 5. So again, we're just going to, no wait, they still have 1 Angel of Erudition left. We want to save that for that, since 1+1 block plus a 3 block from hand means you can fully block out and whatchamacallit. Yeah, and yep, they got Herald of Erudition back with their Figment of Rebirth. Now, since we have Embodiment, we can start off our turn with a Static Shock. This will not have the on hit because we do not want to play the Lightning Valley here. First of all, because it's not going to hit. And second, it means we're going to lose our Entwined Lightning Fuse partner. So thankfully they made this. If they don't have this and they let this hit, we're going to miss out on the CLV value right here. And there's also an argument, instead of playing the CLV out and risking them having a reaction or flipping one of their pigments, we can just use it to pitch for either our ability or Starfall, or even Grasp. Okay, next up we're going to Rabble. Okay, we can see our top deck is E-Strike. Okay, they're going to try and block it out, which is fine by me. We can Entwine. Again, this has Go again. Okay, let's check how many. Oh yeah, we have to check there. 2 Soul Shields used. Okay, they're again blocking the breakpoints with this and that. So what we're going to do is go ahead and poke with our Starfall, and if that hits, we can use the ease. Oh wait, we haven't played a lightning card, so we can't do that. What we can do is make it difficult for them by grasping and static shocking. So this is 1 and 4, which means we're basically guaranteed to get our E-Strike, where this CLV will die, but we'll have an E-Strike in arsenal to start off our next turn. Yeah, it's surprising how much damage Prism can soak up with only like 2 cards. She has not taken a single point of damage this turn. She had 6 block value from Ward. And 2 cards in hand, so she blocked 12 already. Ooh, now this is getting scary for us. Hopefully we get to survive. Not a fan of that. Can we block it out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can. What happens if that hits? They get. If we block with this and lose our AB2 and they find a way to like flip, scam, and attack with it, then we're toast. But with them at 4, Arc Lightning plus E-Strike, go again, dip a thing into like second strike, weapon embodiment something, or weapon something embodiment, or even not embodiment but with a grasp. That should be enough, right? Is there a way for her to deal arcane damage on my turn? Merciful Retribution. That will do it. So we want to be at 2. So we're going all in basically at this moment in time. We're saying we're ready to die to the Figment of Ravages. Okay, they don't have any more figments. So yeah, we're going to start off our turn with Arc Lightning, which will give our E-Strike go again, which means we can go dip, draw a card, and it'll have go again from the Arc Lightning, and this will ping 1. This, and we'll dip the Electrify, choose draw a card. This will deal 5 and then ping another time. Drawing another blue is not what we want to see. But I mean, if we can strip everything from them, especially if they have a no block in hand, it's great. And nice. Okay, we get to pull off our... Oh, something that I forgot to mention is that we got their legs due to our turn 1 lightning press play, which I did not realize until right now. And that means they're losing out on a ton of value. For example, when they played the Soul Shields, they usually paired up with Phantasmal Footsteps on another attack, that's a smaller one. So yeah, having lightning press is neat. Okay, they're probably gonna flip their figments, which is fine. They have 2 cards in hand, and we're going to go Grasp, Starfall, and attack with Current Funnel at the end, which is going to come in for 2 and 1 because it cares about the last action card you played, and the last action card we played was a second strike. This will deal 1 arcane. Starfall will deal 1 rune chant, 2 physical, and 1 arcane from Arc Lightning. And finally, Current Funnel will deal 2 physical and 1 arcane. I think we got him. So yeah, this will soak up the rune chant and the Arc Lightning thingy. They block Starfall with their card in hand. That soaks up the final point of Arc Lightning thingamabob. But we still have a Current Funnel, which is just enough to get us over the finish line. So even though Prism lost her Tome of Divinity, she's still very scary due to her high power, low cost heralds. I mean, 1 cost 7 is something that you can't really compete with. That's why she has the lower life total. Be sure to pressure her enough. Thankfully, with Blink, Shoes, and other shenanigans, we're not super afraid to go when they play out Arc Light Sentinel. We have outs to that to still have our turn. And blowing up the legs early meant that they were losing a bunch of value by having 1 floating when they flipped their angels. So yeah, overall, a very interesting match. Prism is still very strong, very viable. So I hope people don't write her off, even though into Enigma she is an auto loss, but into most things I feel like she still has game. She might get fatigued easier by Guardians, but man, against aggro with no poppers, she's still very real. So yeah, I think that's it for today's Aurora gameplay video. I'll be posting out more gameplay video of Aurora with my deck list against multiple various heroes that are going to be prevalent and available in the Ros meta. So be sure to tune in and like and subscribe to get notified when I post these Aurora videos. And for those of you interested about the deck that I play, be sure to check out my deck tech on the Aurora, both the original deck tech and the updated deck tech, to see how I've come to the current deck list that I'm running. That's it for today's video, and as always, sampai goodbye.